People in healthcare careers find joy and meaning in the work that they do. They make a difference in people's lives. I asked several health professionals what they think are their most memorable moments in their healthcare career. Here's what they have to say.
The most memorable moment was when we had a ribbon cutting celebration and the deaf community just flooded in to see. We were one of the first hospitals to establish a video relay services booth, a video phone booth, where it's technology that deaf people can use there, where they can see an interpreter on a video screen to make phone calls anywhere.
So helping people get back on their feet, gain their independence so that they can make choices for themselves.
After teaching different lessons, when students would come back to us and say, I went home and I shared this information with my mom and my dad, and now we're not buying soda, and now we're not frying foods. And it was just these small little things that I would get really excited about because I knew long term it was going to pay off.
I was asked to go to the White House to help Michelle Obama structure her childhood obesity initiative.
One of the most memorable moments I've had in my career in the field is working in Bolivia, where in order to get to the field site where we work, you have to fly to Bolivia, take a truck to the river, take a canoe up the river to get to these communities where we work. And then when you enter these communities, you can't just go knock on doors and expect people to give you their blood. You have to build up relationships and respect and trust, which we've done over the years, and that has allowed us to do the work that we want to do.
I do a lot of work with the American Heart Association, and one evening I was invited to speak with donors about my research and to tell them why it was important that they contribute to the organization and how those contributions were used to actually improve health in the population.
We had a student, a peer health educator with the YES program, who was very shy. It was very nice 3 years later to have him present at classes and to teach and to be basically the main peer health educator. That made me feel really good.
Actually, it was when one of my students graduated with honors. It was very satisfying to see that I helped her go through her career with success.
The one that comes to mind very quickly is the story of one of my patients who was experiencing homelessness when I first met her, and she was in and out of homelessness for the many years that her and I worked together on her health. She had mental illness, she was struggling with drug use, and she had ups and downs, and to me that one day when she was found dead in the park because it was so cold and she didn't have a place to stay, to me that was a really important moment in my development as a professional, as a healthcare person.
My second client that was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she had substance abuse issues that she did not relate that to the doctor. And I was able to tell her, you know, you're gonna have to stop that, and I think you should be honest with your doctor. I'm not gonna go and violate your confidentiality, but if it comes to life-threatening things, I have to reveal some things to the doctor, so I would prefer you to do it. And she did, and we got all the issues resolved, but it took us a while to get her the surgery because there was so much stuff there that has been unresolved for years.
I think taking care of a wounded warrior's wife, having them come in labor, and just having to deal with the issues of things like PTSD. And you just realize that the impact of war is broad, and it isn't just limited to the front lines.
Memorable moments, it's various. I think anytime I can make a patient smile, that's my moment. Anytime that I can put them at ease, because nobody wants to be in a hospital. You know, just let them know that everything's gonna be all right.
I too have had a lot of most memorable moments in my career that include knowing my research has impacted thousands of people and having the privilege to deliver babies. Attending the birth of a baby into this world is an experience that confirms the miracle and beauty of life. It is an experience that never gets old. But in terms of my career trajectory, my most memorable moment would have to be the day I found out I was accepted to medical school. I was at work at the Chicago Department of Public Health, and it had been a really challenging day. My husband surprised me at work with the letter in his hand. It took me a long time to open it. And when I did, I just cried. I had made it.